Good evening, I'm Vivica Grayson. Kentucky State Police troopers are currently investigating a fatal ATV accident that happened this afternoon. Troopers say they received a report of a two-vehicle accident on Kentucky 699 in the Cutchin community just after 2 p.m. this afternoon. They say 51-year-old Sherry Cornett was riding a red Honda Rancher ATV northbound when she struck a yellow Polaris RZR from behind. Troopers said the crash caused the ATV to travel off the roadway. The Leslie County Coroner's Office pronounced Cornett dead on the scene. The crash is currently under investigation. Deputies with the Floyd County Sheriff's Office says K9 Drago led them to their largest heroin bust to date. In a Facebook post, they say on Friday deputies located a person in Prestonsburg with outstanding warrants. While interviewing this person, Drago alerted deputies to the presence of illegal narcotics. Deputies seized more than 100 grams of heroin, 300 grams of crystal meth, and a loaded handgun. Deputies say 44-year-old Tony Minor and 34-year-old Brittany Thornsberry were arrested and charged with drug trafficking and possession charges. They are both lodged in the Floyd County Jail. Last night, the Kentucky Wildcats made a statement on a national stage, and today's polls reflect their hard work. WYMT's Courtney Lane Brewer is in studio with more on the now 6-0 Wildcats. Courtney?
Thanks, Vivica. What a night it was on Saturday, watching the Cats make history for the second weekend in a row and now seeing it pay off. Kentucky is ranked 11th both in the coaches poll and the AP poll, a 5-spot jump after the win over LSU. This weekend's road test against new #1 Georgia will see two undefeated teams, the only two left in the conference, battle it out for SEC East supremacy. Head coach Mark Stoops, like last week, wants his team to celebrate, but come in Monday ready for battle.
We just discussed it briefly. I just said enjoy it for a few hours, but get some sleep tonight, and they know, punch the clock on Monday. And coaches will be in there tomorrow morning, but players, we can't see them till Monday, so they need to rest up, heal up, get some treatment, and be ready to go to work.
I'll have that entire poll coming up later in sports and more from the big win, but for now, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Courtney. As we are now well into fall, many people may start to deal with seasonal depression. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins spoke with health leaders on what mental illness is and how to deal with it.
Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, a common problem for many during the fall and winter season.
They want to sleep a lot, they want to eat a lot, and begin to just not take interest in things that they've liked to do in the past.
One that comes about due to the shorter days, the body losing serotonin but gaining melatonin.
And actually lasts through the diagnosable condition is considered to be through December, January, and February.
Leaving health officials citing many ways to combat it.
Increase your activity level. Walking every day is often recommended. Also, light therapy, so people set up rooms in their homes with additional light.
A condition that is now diagnosable.
Whereas once it was kind of put under the rug, there was a stigma attached to it. And now mental health conditions are looked at as diagnosable and treatable.
And can be worse than normal depression.
If you have depression already and it increases as a result of the seasonal depression, then it can make you feel worse. People can want to just lay in the bed and not get up at all.
Giving insight into a yearly issue. In Nott County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Jones says as research becomes more and more common on seasonal depression, medicine and treatment will evolve and upgrade as well. The first annual Nott County Youth Outdoor Camp came to an end yesterday. Participating in several outdoor activities, the event saw a total of 18 children participate and 7 conservation officers to help out. Nott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson says it all turned out great.
The entire camp through the Hunter's Education course that Mr. Jack Lee provided for us, and all 18 of them was very successful and passed the class and earned their Hunter's Education certificate.
Dobson says they plan to make it an annual event and are looking forward to making next year's bigger and better. Over time, trends come and go, but one hairstyle has found its way back to the mainstream. 14-year-old LD Brown has been rocking the signature look for several years, but has recently gained national attention for his luscious locks. WYMT's Alyssa Williams has the details.
Does that work? Leonard L.D. Brown is your average middle schooler who likes to hunt, fish, and play ball. But several years ago, LD made the decision to trade in his shortcut for the iconic mullet hairstyle, helping him gain widespread attention.
Well, first, my mom didn't want me to get one, but now she don't want me to cut it off.
LD's mom convinced him to enter several mullet competitions, with the most recent one being the USA Mullet Championship. This virtual competition offers a $1,000 prize to the person with the most votes, and if he wins, LD has big plans for the money.
Probably help buy my dirt bike.
LD is currently ranked number 8 out of the 10 finalists in the teen division. He adds that he's enjoyed the attention he's gained through entering these contests. He's even inspired his friends to get mullets in the process.
Yeah, now they all got mullets.
LD says he hopes winning the USA Mullet Championship will help him in starting up his YouTube career, showing everyone how to rock the timeless, business in the front, party in the back hairdo. In Knox County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
To help LD win the USA Mullet Championship, you can vote for him at mulletchamp.com.
Well, the weather was pretty great for your Sunday, a little bit on the warm side, but we were pretty dry and sunny out there for your Sunday. Right now outside the I-75 camera over in Mount Vernon, nice and calm and cool and clear out here at the I-75 camera. Those temperatures right now falling off into the low to middle 60s, 67 the warm spot over in Jackson, 66 for Pikeville, 65 in London, and 63 down in Harlan. So those temperatures tonight going to continue to fall as we sit under that mostly clear sky, and up on Pinpoint Doppler, nothing in the way of rainfall tonight. All that green you're looking at is just some ground clutter. We are nice and dry for your Sunday night. Now we'll continue as we go into your Monday morning as well. For tonight, those temperatures going to fall off into those upper 50s, a little bit on the cool side as we stay under mostly clear skies. A little bit of patchy fog as well as you head out the door on your Monday morning commute. We'll be keeping an eye on that. We'll also keep an eye on some warm temperatures and some mostly dry conditions into next week. I got that full forecast coming up for you just a little bit later. Vivica?
Thank you, Cameron. This past Friday, devastating floodwaters overtook downtown Winchester. RS Guitar Works was one of the businesses that was filled with over 3 feet of water. Now the owners are just trying to pick up the pieces. Allie Blake was there to see the aftermath.
A phone call at 10:18 from the Winchester Police Department asking if I was the owner of RS Guitar Works and informing me that there was 3 foot of water in our building.
Roy then went to pick up his partner Scott, and they tried to enter the flooded building. They quickly realized it wasn't the best idea.
So we were waist deep in water for at least 2.5 hours, just trying to see if there was anything that we could do. Obviously there wasn't anything at all we could do. So.
Once the sun came up, they were back to pick up the pieces, meeting with local officials and insurance agents, just trying to figure out how to function again.
Well, the first thing that hit us was the smell. You know, it just literally took your breath away. There was a lot of chemicals. Sewer drains had backed up.
The store is not considered to be in a floodplain, so they don't have flood insurance. Over 80% of their inventory was destroyed.
Or there's not been any real bright light as far as any kind of financial help.
RS Guitar Works also holds a fundraiser called Guitars for Kids that gives local children guitars for Christmas. Even after the flooding, they're determined to make it happen.
People are already making gracious donations, so the goal is, even with the flood, we're still going to help some kids.
All this to ring in their 25th year of being in business. For now, the national and internationally recognized RS Guitar Works will have to close their doors indefinitely, hoping they can come back in 6 weeks. In Winchester, Allie Blake, WKYT.
If you would like to help out RS Guitar Works, there's a link to their GoFundMe on our website. The president of a Pennsylvania university is giving his students some powerful incentives to get the COVID-19 vaccine. If 65% of students upload their vaccine cards by December 3rd, Slippery Rock University will raffle off 5 premier parking spaces. If the number goes to 70%, the university president will raffle off 1 free tuition scholarship and a coveted parking space. But if 75% of students get their shots, he says he will get a Slippery Rock themed tattoo on his arm.
In my heart of hearts, I wish we didn't have to do a contest like this. I wish our society would be at a spot where more people are getting vaccinated on their own. But that's not where we are. So my hope is that to get us to where we need to be, once we get over 75% of our campus vaccinated, I'll breathe a little bit easier.
Currently, the vaccination rate at Slippery Rock is estimated to be about 52%, but the university president is confident that it will be higher soon. Health experts estimate younger children may be fully vaccinated by the holidays, and the nation's top infectious disease expert says families should enjoy trick-or-treating this Halloween. Tom Hansen reports.
The former head of the FDA tells CBS News it's certainly reasonable for children ages 5 to 11 to be fully vaccinated by Thanksgiving, if all goes well with an FDA advisory panel meeting later this month and a CDC advisory meeting early next month.
This should be available almost immediately after the CDC makes a final recommendation and be available in pharmacies and perhaps pediatricians' offices as well.
A new CBS poll shows more than 1/3 of parents say they will vaccinate their 5 to 11-year-olds against COVID-19 as soon as the shot is available for that age group. Another quarter of parents will wait and see. As far as vaccinating children younger than 5, Dr. Scott Gottlieb tells Face the Nation the FDA is moving cautiously, but with speed.
Clinical trials in kids ages 6 months to 2 years and then 2 years to 4 years, so it's 2 different trials, could be a little bit larger and a little bit longer in terms of the follow-up period that's required, and that could push it into 2022.
New cases of the coronavirus have been declining nationwide over the last month, although they still average around 95,000 a day. As Halloween approaches, Dr. Anthony Fauci is encouraging families to trick-or-treat, particularly those who are vaccinated.
You're outdoors for the most part. Enjoy it. I mean, this is a time that children love. It's a very important part of the year for children.
For those not yet vaccinated, Dr. Fauci suggests getting the shots for what he calls an extra degree of protection. Tom Hansen, CBS News, New York.
Dr. Fauci says he'd like to see cases drop to less than 10,000 a day before getting rid of pandemic restrictions, such as wearing masks indoors in public settings.